Well, hello everybody, it's old gadgets and wheels here, just on the old bicycle once again. I've not made a motovlogging video for some time, and I thought today I would do just that. And what I've actually done is I've got out my old helmet because that had all the mountings on for the camera, and I have stuck the camera on, come out on the bike, and I'm just going out for a bit of a run over to Boots it's probably only about a sort of 10-mile run, something like that, but then I'll probably diddle around a little bit more today and see how it goes. I don't know how you guys have all been doing. I haven't really kept up with YouTube a great deal recently. I've been pretty much doing the old work thing, and outside of that I got this new bike this year, and I have actually put quite a few miles on it, but around about the same time as getting the bike I got a new helmet as well, and I didn't get the mountings for the camera to stick on the new helmet, so I just quite lazily haven't bothered to do any more vlogging. Yes, well, so here we are. I don't know what to say. I haven't done this for such a long time, I just cannot remember what to waffle on about, but I'm sure I'll get back into the swing of it. So let's talk about the new bike then. So I got another BMW R1200GS. I hope this microphone's working because it's been a long time since I used it, and I'm not actually sure where the bloody mic is. I'm just trying to tweak it because it's kind of nowhere near it's under my chin at the minute actually, rather than being in front of my mouth, so it might sound all a bit muffled, but hey ho, not to worry. So assuming it is working and I'm not talking to myself, I got a new bike this year because the old R1200GS had kind of got a little bit long in the tooth and it was time for a change. But I decided that I actually quite like the BMW bike just because generally it's been reliable, and they're a good fun bike actually. They're not sort of mega fast, not sort of crazily anything in particular, but a good, fun, useful bike generally speaking. So I went and got a new R1200GS Adventure, the liquid cooled one this year, and I've been largely quite pleased with it actually. The only thing that has happened in the last 3 or 4 weeks, I've only had it 4 months, just under 4 months, and I managed to put just under 5,500 miles on it in that time. But the front suspension has started squeaking like a canary. And I took it into the dealers and they had a look at it and said it needed a new front strut. So that's what we're going to do with it. Next weekend actually, so that's the 17th of October, I'm taking it across to a new BMW dealers that's moved from Southport to Preston, and it's now called Bowker BMW Motorrad, or Bowker Motorrad BMW, or whatever it is. So I'm taking it over there on Saturday the 17th in the afternoon to get a new strut fitted, so hopefully that will sort that out. Apart from that, I've done the usual things with the bike. I've got the luggage on it because that's always useful if you're setting off anywhere. Got a tank bag, I've got the GPS thing that goes in there, the BMW Navigator 5, but I haven't actually got it in today because I'm just tootling around. I'm not going off that much of a distance. The bike's got everything on it, as you would expect, I guess, from this kind of bike. Costs a fortune. And the only thing I think at the minute with this suspension is that it's not only squeaking, I think it's also not particularly stable in corners, so there's obviously something wrong with it and it needs sorting. But apart from that, it's a great bike. I had a larger screen fitted to the front. I was trying to replicate what I had on the other bike, which was the Squeaky airflow screen, but to be honest, nothing that I've tried now 2 or 3 screens, nothing comes anywhere near that screen for preventing any kind of buffeting. This is pretty good. This is a Wunderlich screen, fairly expensive screen, but excellent quality, but it still doesn't fully get off all of that wind which the Squeaky airflow one did. What else has been going on? Well, I seem to be having problems again with my broadband with Virgin Media, but that just seems to be a bit kind of once in a year event for me. They do some stuff somewhere, or the system breaks down or whatever it is, and whilst it's working it's great, and when it's not working it tends to be a complete PIA to get it sorted out. And so at the minute I'm just waiting to get them, hopefully, to sort it out. It seems to be working this morning. We'll see how that goes. It's not a bad little day today. It's quite pleasant. Just nice and cool, but not too bad in the, what is it? Let me just have a quick look in temperature wise on the old, it's 14 degrees outside, so with a biking gear on that's not too bad really. It's not a bad little day for biking. Not a great deal of wind, everything seems to be pretty much how it should be. It just feels weird wearing this older helmet. You tend to sort of get used to the helmet that you wear mainly. And this is the Shoei Multi-Tech helmet, and I moved to the Shoei Neotech one, which is a little bit lighter. I went from a white helmet to a black helmet, and of course don't normally have the camera stuck on top like I have now. I hope I've got this in the right position, because it was well, it must be about 18 months ago since I last did this, maybe even best part of 2 years, can't quite remember to be honest. But yeah, the helmet's, the camera's stuck on as always, on top, and I assume it's recording. I'm trying to check in there, it doesn't even seem to be, can't tell from this distance whether it's actually recording and I'm talking to you guys, or whether it's not recording and I'm talking to my bleeding self. But we'll find out. So on this bike as well, one of the other little features, apart from it being keyless, which to be honest is sort of, well, it's not really necessary, it doesn't really add a great deal personally. It sort of works when you've got your key in your pocket and you put your gloves on and you remembered, and sometimes it used to be awkward getting it back out, but apart from that it doesn't really offer a great deal of practical help whatsoever. It's also got this Gear Shift Assist Pro thing that BMW now does, which is a kind of a gear shifter type thing where you can shift up and down gears. Like that, I just shifted down to second without using a clutch. And it does take a bit of getting used to, but once actually you are used to it, it is very useful. It's particularly useful if you are going up through the gears and you're sort of trying to get a fair distance up through the gears quickly. It definitely does that. If you get up through the power band, it doesn't like going from first to second. I actually don't use it from second to third. I only really use it from 3rd up to 4th, 5th and 6th, and then back down all the gears to 2nd. You can go down to 1st, but again I don't do that because it's getting to the point in the box where you're sort of putting it under unnecessary pressure to do that. So yeah, the Gear Shift Assist Pro from BMW works. Again, it's another one of those things that you can live without. It just saves you using the clutch as much, but you don't need it. Well, I think that's probably going to be it for this little video actually. I just thought I'd get something up on YouTube to make sure that the camera is still working if it is, and the microphone's still working if it is. So hopefully it is, and hopefully it's worked. And thank you very much for watching once again, and stay safe. If you ride motorbikes, stay safe on those, or whatever you do, stay safe. Thank you for watching, and see you again in my next video. Bye for now.